Yeah, slow down. Yeah, slow down. Do 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 do. Slow down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, do 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 do. Come on. Do 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 do. Yeah, slow down. Do 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 do. Slow down. Come on now. Boop, 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 boop. Slow down. Uh-uh. Family, YouTube, citizens of YouTube, citizens of Facebook, I have a story to tell you, family. I always have stories to tell, but like this one is very important. And this one is going to cause me to speak up as well. So, family, stay tuned. Because we going to have to open up about some things. Down. I'm just trying to be free and chill with my father. I just want to chill. I just want to be free. I just want to chill. I just want to be free. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on. You can skip through this if you want to skip through this and get to the meat of it. Uh, uh, slow down. Do 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 do. Slow down. Yeah, yeah, slow down. Get it right and hit it right. Do 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 do. I'm so goofy, man. I'm just, I'm just a young child of God, man. This lifestyle, man. You already know. Do 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 do. Yeah, you already know it's lifestyle in the building. Boop 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 do 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 do. You already know it's the child of God. Come on. You gotta learn how to vibe to the different sounds. You know what I mean? Do, 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 do. You know you need to slow down. You're going too fast now. Slow down. For your ass get rolled out. Slow down. Slow, slow, slow. I'ma have to slow down now. I'ma have to slow down now. Now, we gonna turn it up. We going full picture. You already know what's up. Do, 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 do. My ambition is high. And they gonna see and they gonna know. Come on. Do, 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 do. Slow down, down, slow down. Come on, family. Let's talk about it. Yeah, we in the building, family. You already know what it is. It's vice or versa. And it's lifestyle, your boy, aka child of God. Come on now. First of all, we're gonna give praise to the Lord, the Lord of host in here for being here, supporting us, having our back, enriching us in knowledge and in strength through faith and wisdom. Thank you, Lord, for this time that I have. Thank you for everything that you give me. I'm well prepared and well humbled. And I need to put this out, family, because I must got the juice. Oh man, I got it. You know, the anointing. Thank you, Father in heaven, Lord of hosts, for blessing me and maintaining me, Lord. Thank you. My father has my back, and I shall not want, I shall not need. Family, I've been doing phenomenal, quite honestly. Staying in my space, loving God, spending time with the Lord. I told you, God had me put that message out, and you see the things that's going on if you watching what's going on. And the Lord has just been taking care of me, blessing me, teaching me. He's been, he's been putting me through I'm learning. He's teaching me. He's got me learning a lot of things. I try to spend my goal now, let's say that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. My goal now is to spend half my day with the Lord. You know what I mean? And the other half I get to do everything else. Now, if I have to, I invite the Lord to spend time with me on throughout my day, because I have things I have to do. But family, I've been doing well. And today, the day after my biological father's birthday, who's a Leo season, and I have a whole bunch of Leo friends, stuff like that. But okay, so first, before I get into anything, like I have secluded myself, hibernated mode. Okay, I'm hibernating. I'm in hibernation mode. I am building my next thing. And I'm doing that because for those who know me, I always invite people to join me before I go on my next venture. I always invite people. And then nobody ever wants to come, and then I go on my next venture and I'm gone, and then people are like, instead they just hate, right? And they become jealous. And this is a real thing. This is a real thing I'm experiencing. And it's humbling me, but it's also dangerous. Um okay, so like how do I get into this? I kind of lost train of thought. I'm a little high, forgive me. And it's just been a long day. Holy Spirit, please remind me of what I was saying. Cause I did smoke right before I got on here because I was just trying to calm myself down. It's just been an experience. But I've basically, thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing it back. See, God is good. I've basically been hibernating myself because I have to complete the work. I have to finish these songs. And I really just been like mad because I can't find my voice. Like I'm like trying to find my voice, family. And I found it. I don't know. I was spending time with the Lord. Then I went after spending time with the Lord, was doing something, and I felt like I should do it this way, right? And so I recorded, and it sounded great. It sounded like what it was missing, right? And so I was like, "Oh snap!" So I said, "Oh, let me go back and start recording like this." It didn't work for all the songs, but for a lot of them, this new way that I'm doing it sounds great. And so I'm hoping that as I continue to put this project together, that you guys can see my process as well. But really that I'm having fun in the process, and that I want to complete this album. And I have to be like Naomi Osaka, like I gotta just put my headphones on and zone out, right? Also, I've been distancing myself because if you haven't listened to the podcast, which I suggest that you go back and listen to my episodes, my car was stolen twice. Once from in front of my house, like directly in front of my house. And then once I was stopped and it was taken again as I went to go pick up food from a busy location, which don't get me wrong, on the news, they already said that this location is off the chain. I mean, the 14th and anything on 14th Street right now is just off the damn Beelzebub. And even the police chief was, on the main strip, somewhere around 14th and Rhode Island area, up and down that area, between 14th Rhode Island, 14th and U. And even he, you seen him on the news. He was going off about things that's going on. So I don't blame nobody. Like I said, if you listen to my podcast, I don't want to get into it too much. But even before that, a fight took place between me and someone on my property, which should have never happened. And I take accountability for certain aspects of it. I lost that fight, family. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to lie with you. I wasn't even expecting the fight. I was in my house chilling, and I'll do a podcast about that separately because it deserves its own reconnaissance. If you heard this story, you would really understand. And there's even an example of it in the Bible. And so all I'll say is in the Bible, I believe it was Joseph, or if it wasn't Joseph, it was somebody else, and they rejected the queen, and the queen was mad and had his ass thrown in jail. So that fight extended around something around that. Okay, so can't go too much in that. I don't fight usually, but I defend myself and I'll get proactive to let niggas know I'm not fucking around because niggas like to take advantage of niceness, and everybody, particularly in the black community, thinks there's something wrong with being nice. And I get it. People, the Trojan horse effect, right? I get it. I understand. But like, people are really nice. Most people are really nice and want to be kind hearted and don't want to be mistreated. And so, I also don't want to go to jail. I also have things I'm doing that I'm accomplishing, right? So I let that joint be slid under the radar. I didn't say nothing about it. I didn't do nothing about it. Most likely because once it was over, it really wasn't nothing I could do nothing about it. I mean, I'll do a podcast explaining it, but God gave me a dream about it already. He can't that. So back in November, God gave me 7 dreams. Most of them were about my ex, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. Um, it was a dream every day. One was about Taylor and how she's good. And then, the other one was about this fight, and it came in a certain form. And I leave it at that. So the Lord did prepare me for it, but I didn't know it was gonna come in this direction. I was preparing in other ways. I'm thinking it's gonna come in another way, but the devil is crafty. So you gotta be aware. And I had been started cutting people the fuck off. Simply, and I don't mean that out of anguish or anything, but simply just because people are out of control with themselves. And as I'm getting closer to God, I understand that the people are going to be more proactive against me because I'm becoming more closer to God. That's just something that happens. Um, I bought that car, and I guess everybody just got this whole perception. And it's like, yo, I don't have a wife. Y'all niggas have wives, y'all have houses and wealth, and I'm not envious of that. I really don't want a lot of that stuff. I do want a wife. I think every man does. Every heterosexual man. However, family, I don't have one, and I haven't been able to master relationships. Um, so God gave me things, and He told me what He was going to give me, as well as He gave me those 7 dreams. He didn't tell me what He was going to give me until He gave it to me. And I didn't, I kept thinking that I bought this car, and I say that when I did like the physical work, and I did, but like, and I had been saving money for a long time, family. Okay. Like, and I didn't even buy this car. I don't own it. I'm working to own it. I pay a note on it. I pay insurance on it. Okay. But just building my credit up, building a deposit up, like it takes time. And I don't have a wife. And if I would buy a wife, if I had a wife, the wife I want would look like my car, my current car. Just smoking hot, just completely individual from any other car, including the class of car that it's in. It's a rarity car in itself, anyways, because they don't have too many. Well, maybe they started making them in that year, but the year that my car was made, that's like the first start they started making that model AMG, from what I understand. You can fact check me if you like. But anyways, I don't have a wife, so I bought that car because I was missing my ex-girlfriend. And I miss her. I still miss her. She's really the only person that I love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fine with her moving on, whatever, marriage, kids, whatever, with other people. It hurts. No, it's okay. Like I'm with the Lord and I'm happy, I'm joyful there, you know. But missing her just was overwhelming at the time. And we tend to do things that might be considered irrational when we're still in love with somebody. And I guess buying this car was irrational, but it helped me get over stuff. And I felt free. And I've been feeling free since. And it's been a great thing. And I've been spending more time with the Lord because I want to be humbled as I drive my car and as I own this car, work to own this car, because I want to be humble about it. Like it's a humbling thing to be able to get this car. And I'm learning that every day. And it doesn't belong in every neighborhood because I had it taken twice. Nigga, you light skinned nigga, we're gonna humble you today. I hate that light skinned nigga. Why don't y'all hate my mom? She's the one that had me, right? Like, if black people hate, and this is a whole nother class of topic, but if black people hate light skinned people so much, right? Why don't y'all be mad at y'all people for having intersex relations? Inter, inter, you know what I mean? That type of thing. Like, why don't we just keep the bloodlines pure? I was just telling my dog the other day because he kept trying to hump this pit bull, which I'm like, Cash, you about to get your ass fucked up. Mind you, this pit bull got two other pit bull brothers and sisters, okay, or sister and sisters. And I'm like, Cash, you about to get, and I'm not gonna be able to reach in there to get you, brother. So let me get you now. So he was trying to, and his thing was out, and I'm like, I'm proud of my man because his joint is righteous. You know what I'm saying? He can be pleasing these young Australian Shepherd ladies. I'm sorry, I'll get off topic. Um, but he was trying to do it to this pit bull, and I'm like, dude, you got to stay in your lane because that's not your class. You got to stay thoroughbred. That just like she has to stay thoroughbred, and it makes sense because that way you know where you go. And no offense to anybody out there, but when you have light skinned kids, even though they might not speak about it, but a known light skin secret is we don't really know where we belong at, cuz unless, you know, because black people make it hard on us. Anyways, black people that are darker skinned than us, and that's another podcast that I'll do another time on colorism, just because I've been through that experience. Anyways, family, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get into it tonight. So I just been distancing myself back to that, and in distancing myself, um, I want to talk about another situation, but I just really gotta hold back from that particular one because I love this young lady. She's gorgeous. I met her down in the 757. Okay. And if she listens to me, she knows who she is. And she's just great because when I met her, I really had great intentions and I came straight forward. I came like a man when I came at her. And she was a woman. She's a woman for sure. And she's gorgeous, out of this world. Okay, let me tell you. But she's also related. Not we're not related, but we're amongst the same family. And low key, I've always been attracted to her, but I never seen her but one time before I actually requested her, and she gave me her time. Thank you, young lady. I appreciate you. And yeah, um, she let me treat her like the doll that she is. She women should take a note from her family. She knows exactly what she's doing, and I'm grateful that she let me be bestowed by her great her. And I don't want to put too much emphasis on her, right? Because I'm gonna continue the story. But and I don't want to put nobody over God. God is the most gloriful. Okay. But she just blessed me. We'll just say that. And she allowed me to be a gentleman. She allowed me to be me in all my different facets. And I just really appreciated that. You know what I mean? And um I definitely will say that dealing with her, she took my tongue away from me. She made me be quiet about a lot of things that I usually would just talk about. And just dealing with her and her wisdom, because the word of God is in her somewhere. It come out. It don't come out like how I be saying it, but it come out, and you could just know, it's the word of God. And you're like, watch you. Watch people that know the word of God, family. Watch them, including myself. Including myself. But so I called for her, arranged for her to come to me. And she was. And she did. She did. But things didn't go the right way on either part. And quite honestly, I felt like personally the reason why I was acting like a fart when I called for her and she came, was just because it didn't go my way. But not only that, I just felt like there was some interference. I felt like there was outside interference. And so I just left it as what it was. I didn't get upset about it because like me and this young lady, we've had discussions and long discussions. I mean, we were talking really cool. We were really talking. And she already knows she can't hurt me. I told her that I'm not hurt about anything. And we decided to part ways because we're alike in some ways, but we're not as much as alike in a lot of ways. But I still hold an attraction, I'm be honest. But, you know, again, like I said before, my heart really belongs to my ex-girlfriend. And again, bless her if she's moved on and done everything like that, but that's fine. But that's where my heart is. That's just what it is. And it's not really something I need to get over. Um I'm healed from it. I'm happy. I really am. Like I'm working on my crafts on Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop and navigating when my system crashes. Like, why did it crash? I'm in the middle of work. It's just great. It's exciting that that's where my mind is. And then like I said, the Lord has me studying and just learning. He's got me in class like every day. And I'm appreciative of it. I'm appreciative of being able to learn different things. And so now we can actually, now that I've given you a little bit of backstory, and then the last thing really just avoiding people is just like I said, it was just a lot of I'm noticing a lot of people that just don't have my back, whether they might be jealous or envious. But I keep hearing people say, I wish I had what you have. And I'm like, my response is always what? Material possessions? And I smile, right? Pete, why? And people are like, no. It's never about the material. I just want what you have, like your essence, like, or something. And I just be like, huh? I'll be like, because the material possessions are things you just work for. You pray to God about it, you visualize, you manifest, you work for it, you work towards it, and you get it. It's not hard to get these things. It's just hard to it's hard to be patient and build yourself up to obtain them. Maintaining is the hard part. Once you get it, it's like, oh shit, I gotta maintain this. It's heavy. But I've become to a place where I can maintain things. Thank you, God, again. And yeah, so I just don't really know what people are coming or going. You know what I mean? And like people don't really be having my back. And so, when that happens, I'm already by myself. You know what I mean? As you know, I'm the orphan out here. You know what I mean? And I mean that. And I know I did a podcast on Facebook, and I just said that. I don't really mean that in the sense of how I got here and I was raised, right? But like my experience being raised and my experience being left in a sense behind on if I don't meet certain obligations, um, just I'm just an orphan. And just, like I said, with colorism in my own community, I mean, I was raised on my black side. I wasn't raised on my Spanish side, so I don't know what black people expect. Like it's really funny, like if you really get to talking about it. So, when I realized as I got older that this colorism thing is just a real thing, it's like, nigga, you not black. And it's like, huh? Oh, man, my mom's black. I was told I was came out her. Yeah. And but the East Coast let you know you're not black. You know what I'm saying? So I just been distancing myself. And the Lord has been blessing me for doing that. And so now I'm not upset by doing it. And even in the past, dealing with my ex and a lot of the situations behind that, you know, distancing myself and playing it smart got me to where I'm at now. It got me my car. And not that that was what I was trying to do. I mean, I really bought this car I was saving for was really going to be for my wife or my lady at the time. I was going to buy a car, just to let her know that I'm invested in her, right? So at least let's try to make this long distance, right? Because bought you a damn car. And buy you no wedding ring because we need to practice before we wed, right? We need to practice knowing each other. I think make sure because this is forever. I don't want to go through divorce. I mean, you have to really want marriage. So we're gonna practice. This is your car. But and I was gonna give her this car. All my jewelry, everything, because I'm not supposed to be wearing anyways by the word. And I bought it just because, I wanted to see what I look like, things like that. And, I had some influence, but it didn't look good. It's nice. Um, but I have work to do and you don't wear jewelry when you're working. You just don't. So I'm working. Um, Family, now I could really get into this story today because this particular person knows about the fight and has something to do with it, possibly. I don't know, but I've been, like I said I'm gonna say anyways in the description, I'm still doing kind of recon and staying low key. When you pull yourself back and take some steps back, not that you have to, but just to observe to see who's really hating on you, to see what's really going on. Those people really come out, and I kind of got a list of people. So be mad at me. I forgive you. I don't know what people's intentions are with me. And my everybody knows my intention with you is the best. Just don't try to play me. I'm gonna be nice. So I like to give. I like to give because the words say to give. And I want people up. I want people next to me. You know, shit. I want people higher than me so I can call on them. I need some help, nigga. Yo, help me, brother. Okay, I need some help. I don't mind helping. Where you need me to help at? Okay, I'm able. Right. I've always been able. Um. So family, today I'm coming home. Beautiful day today. It's been a beautiful. I don't even know how much time, but it's ever since I got my car back the second time, it's just been beautiful since then. I mean, because I wasn't tripping, and you can hit my podcast and really go through those and see what I was saying about that. But um, so I have a neighbor. I won't say anything more than that, and I don't speak to him because he has something to do with the fight situation. Okay, because I don't really know what was really going on with that situation anyways, and that's really why I lost because I was too hesitant trying to, and I should have just I don't know. And I don't feel nothing about it. I mean, every man don't win every fight, and I didn't even try. I mean, I did try. I defended myself, but I didn't like try to win, um, or try to defeat. I just defended, and I believe he has something to do with it, low key. I don't really know if he does, but I think he might have been intertwined with it. And so I just started staying away from people. You know what I mean? Because a lot of my neighbors are just nosy and just they do weird shit to me that's weird. They do shit that's weird to me. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be cussing, but my neighbors do things that I think is weird. So I just distance myself. I don't tell them nothing about nothing. I don't tell them I think it's weird. I'm telling them now, I guess if you listen to my podcast, but I just distance myself. Like, okay, I'm just say, for some people I say hi and bye. Some others, I'm just like, I'm not even saying hi and bye. Because I don't want you to think that you could ever try to play me in any kind of way. So I gotta be stern with you now. Now I can't be nice. I can't be the nice guy no more, right? But anyways, this particular person, I tried to distance myself, ignore him, and he I guess tried to speak to me. I guess is impolite, but I haven't been speaking to him. Like I had already distanced myself. We had a strong conversation previously, over the phone, and I already told him like, yo, dead it, done. And I left it alone, like on some grown man shit, just keep doing me, right? So as he trying to speak to me, I just kind of like just ignored it because I'm just like, I'm not talking to you because I don't want you to think that I want to be friendly. Because again, like I said before, you start being friendly with people, they think that they could talk to you. And so, I mean, he's in his late 40s, 50s, bro. This is a grown fucking, excuse my language. This is a grown man. I mean, a real grown man who already has a grown child and everything approaches my vehicle. And it's like, calling me by my first name, Antoine. And not only does he keep calling me by my first name, um, he just keeps trying to insinuate, like, yo, if you don't want to talk to me, just let me know. He wasn't really grouchy about it. It's just kind of normal, but like, I was just like, why should, in my head, I'm just like, why should I even have to let you know that if I'm not speaking to you? Um, so I guess he just kept trying to antagonize me, right? So I'm like, he just, first of all, let me take it back. He wasn't trying to antagonize me just yet. He just kept saying my first name and talking to me, and then I said, you know what? I just said it because I just kept it real. I'm like a man. I'm like, yo, bro, you're a liar, number one. And not only are you a liar, you kind of a snake, like, you know what I mean? And I just kept it real. I told him to his face, I was in my car and because he kept harassing me about if I'm not gonna speak to him or not, which who freaking cares, right? Like you will have your own house. I got my own house. Go your way, I'm gonna go mine, right? So and mind you, he approached my vehicle, family. He kept rapping. Oh, that's when he started antagonizing me. So now he's like he calling me by my first name, saying if I'm not gonna talk to him, I could just let him know. And then he's calling me bitches and bitch this, bitch that. And you two, please let this play because I want them to know the veracity of it. He just kept calling me these bitches. Mind you, I just want to let you know this is a black man. Now he's not a brown man. He's not a dark skinned brown man, and he's not a brown man. He's a light skinned guy, and he's lighter than me, and I'm light. I get toned up in the summer though, but I'm light, but he's light, right? He still look black, and so I go to park my car now. I have a backyard parking space, and it's only fit for one car or two really tiny cars. And so you have to back into my parking space. You can't drive in forward, okay? Because it's a slant dip, and my car's nice. I can't be doing that. So I back in. I go to back in, and I'm backing in, and he's still approaching my car at this point, and I'm like backing into my property now, right? And I'm backing in slowly, and then he's coming onto my property now, and I slowed down and stopped, and I said, "Listen, do not come onto my property." He responded with, "You don't own this property," and then kept walking onto the property. And mind you, I'm backing my car into my driveway. I fully backed in, I parked. He's at the door. Okay. I get out of my car. My door is open. It's just, you know how a door size is, and that's between us. Okay, he's just like in my face, but not really. And he's not really yelling or screaming at nothing, but he's antagonizing. So, bitches, this and that. Um, that's why you got drug at the fight in front of your house. That's why I feel like he has something to do with it because he kept talking about that. Um, and some other things happened. And he just said and then that was the first threat. Is he threatened me twice? The first threat was him. Well, really three times. The first threat was him approaching my vehicle the first time and then started calling me bitches and stuff, right? But I ignored it. It's nonviolent. I'm gonna back in my car. I'm going in the house. The second threat was after I back in my car, he's at my door on my property after I told him don't come onto my property. I don't even own this house. So he's correct in what he's saying. However, I've been living here by myself for 2 years. Been here 3. And he like I pay rent here. You on my property. Period. I pay rent here. You on my property. Period. There's a gate, there's a line, everything. You're on my property. Well, there's no gate, but there's definitely a line separating my property from everybody else's. Everybody has a little separation. There's separations. So he's on my property, antagonizing me. And I'm gonna tell you why I didn't get proactive yet. So I ignored it. I stood up to him. I looked him in his eyes. Now this dude is late 40s, 50s. He's probably about 215. He's a little bit taller than me, maybe about my height, maybe just because his shoulders a little jacked. He's a little bit taller than me, but he's about my height. But he's way heavier than me. There's definitely a difference in weight class. But yeah, and then he's doing all that. So I said what I had to say, and I usually do, always do, for the most part, unless I need to avoid conflict. But he's on my property. So after I park my car, I click my key thing, and so I close the door, and I'm just like, "Look, dude," and mind you, I don't even know where this is all coming from. Besides the fact that I don't want to speak to you, and I don't even know you. Like you're a neighbor, mind you, and I haven't gotten to the most important fact yet. Wait to the end. But mind you, I called him a liar again. I called him a bitch because he kept calling me bitches. I called him a bitch in his face. I mean, if he really wanted to hit me, he should have did it right then and there, right? I turned around like Cameron, Paul my back, and I walked into my house, put my key in. He's still now he's walking off my property, talking shit, walking into his property because he has a gate as well. And so as he's walking into his property, he's still antagonizing, talking about now. This is when the third threat comes out. So what I basically did is I put my key in the door and I unlocked it, and then he's all like, if basically if I get my hands on you, I'm gonna do you worse than the dude that you fought or whatever that day. And I'm like, what? And so, bro, I'm like getting excited now. Now I'm getting it. So the Lord says, slow the wrath. So now I'm really excited, right? Because of that threat. And so we're spewing back and forth from my property to his property. Family, I go to unlock my door. Cash jumps out, rushes out because I was rambling, right? I didn't just step in. He runs over there. Now my dog is just a friendly dog. I made it. I want him that way because I want him. He likes to be around kids and he likes to be around people, and people that he's friendly. People like that, and so I like that he's friendly. I like that he's cool, but he's too friendly because he went straight over there and dude is petting my dog. So now I'm upset because you didn't threaten me 3 times and now you petting my dog and shit. And so I go over there and I'm like, yo, don't touch my dog. I know he's on your property, but he don't know what's going on. Cash, come here. Cash comes, leaves. I'm like, yo, don't touch my dog again. And then I started getting excited. Now I'm on the other side of his fence. I didn't go past his property. I did step in there a couple of times and shit, but basically I got real proactive, family, and I asked that you forgive me, and I asked God to forgive me. But he kept getting me excited, and he kept acting like he wanted to go blow to blow. So I took my two fingers and I pushed it up against his his forehead. I did one of these numbers and shit. Like I was seriously ready, right? I'm not smiling. That is right. I don't know what's right. Really, I was just defending myself being attacked, basically. People shoot niggas for less. Um, so I put my two fingers up, you know what I mean, and I pushed him on his forehead. And I mean, I pushed him, like I sunned him and shit, like, you know what I mean? And I didn't feel bad about it at the time. I don't really feel bad about it now because of the threats that he did to me. But like the whole reason why I even feel some kind of way about it, I'm even doing this cast about this bullshit, because otherwise I would have just left it alone. Oh, but let me finish. So after I pushed my two fingers on his forehead and pushed his fucking head, his ass didn't want to fight. And I was in fight mode because as soon as he tried to jump at me, I was already ready. My hands was up, my legs were spread. I was ready. This time I was like, nah, this time I'm gonna fight. Because my elder already told me, just do it. It don't matter. So I was ready to fight. And he didn't do nothing. Once I got in the stance, he didn't do nothing. And I don't know what that means. But I went to my house only because I was calling this dude out. Now I'm gonna tell you some important information. Dude is a federal police officer. He is a federal police officer. He's a Capitol police officer. DC Capitol Police. Doing all this, acting this way towards me because I won't speak to him. Family, this is incredible. And that's why I really felt bad about putting my hands on him because he never touched me, although he threatened me multiple times with his actions and his words. And knowing that he's a federal police officer, I still put my hands on him, with my fingers and all that. Now, he's not in his uniform, he's off duty, he's in his gym shorts, gym shirt, whatever, whatever. But just even knowing that that's a status, I felt super bad about it. But I'm just like, dude threatened me multiple times and I left it alone. I even let the police know. I called the police and I let them know. Like, I didn't have them come over here or nothing. I just let them know, like, look, I just touched somebody who's a federal police officer. This is what happened. You know what I mean? Because I have shit to lose. I'm trying to keep the shit that I have. And it was just unusual. But he threatened me and I explained that already. And I'm not sure what to do, but family, the last thing, and I really went far, family. I told him if he ever threatens me, or well, I didn't say threaten me, excuse me. I told him if he ever engages basically with me like he did, like come close to me like he did when I was parking my car, and I told him don't come on my property, and he still came on my property, whether I own this or not, I pay the bills. I told him I was going to shoot him. And I meant that shit. I looked him dead in the eyes. And this was all after I put my hands on him. I told him, I was like, dude, I'm going to shoot you. Do not do that again. And I was super serious about it because he really made me feel like I had to pull a gun on him. He weighs more than I do. I'm not an MMA fighter. I box. I should have boxed this dude up when I was fighting, but because of the circumstances, which I'll get into later on another podcast, I didn't do it. Also, I have too much to lose. Who the fuck? I'm not trying to get involved with no police, nothing really. I only called the police when my car got taken because it got taken. I got to report that type shit. Family. Only time you should be calling the police is if it's about children and their health, wealth, and well-being. Period. That's just how I feel. And that's so far from my record, that's the only thing I've ever done. Because, you got to make sure that everybody is good as a father. You know what I mean? Family, I want to first of all apologize to you for um, not being a continual role model and not just walking away. Hold on, family. And not just walking away and I tried to get away multiple times. There was multiple exits. I did. However, I really felt the need that I had to really defend myself right then and there, like, because I just didn't know. I don't know this guy, and he's a freaking police officer. You're a federal police officer. What are you doing? You shouldn't even be worried about talking to me. Period. You're in your 50s, late 40s. What are you doing? If I don't speak to you, so what? Keep it moving. Like I told my elder, I don't know why he ain't just think that this dude is a childish young man or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm just childish, letting me chop it up, and maybe so, but let me be childish. You know, I apologize for not just walking away and just leaving it that as that. One of the other neighbors actually came out and broke us up in the sense of shoot us off. She's an older Asian lady. She's like, one of you, she's looking at us nasty too, both of us. She was like, one of you has to be the bigger person. And I started going on this dude. Like, I'm like, you're a dirty cop and all this stuff. Like, you don't care about this neighborhood. And I just was going on him because he shouldn't have been threatening me. He should have left me alone. I tried to walk away. I tried to avoid him, number one, in the beginning. I avoided him after he kept calling me bitches and stuff. I told him, don't come on my property. And he kept coming on my property after he refused my request, standing by my door. And then he threatened me and said that he wanted to, if when he gets a hold of me, he's going to thrash me and stuff like that. And I'm like, really? He's going to do me worse. Excuse me. He's going to do me worse than that guy did me. And the guy didn't even do me wrong. I was defending myself pretty well. I should have just hit him back, like really hit him back. I didn't really get too many hits in because it ended up on the ground. Like, it was so funny. Like it really was so funny at the time. I just was overwhelmed with like what is going on. I don't operate at certain levels, so I really was trying to feel like I'm like, huh? Family. So after I felt like I was threatened, I just went in the house to talk to my elder. And he's like, yo, you need to go tell his high command. He like, you need to call the police and have the report put out on that dude for that type shit. But family, I'm gonna do a podcast about it. That way it's on the record and I'm gonna just let it be known like like I'm not trying to jeopardize nobody's security financial. I really don't give a fuck about your life. Sorry, YouTube, for cussing. Like I don't. And if you wasn't a federal police officer, we would have got into it for real heavy. You know what I mean? And I might have lost because he weighs so much, but I would have got my hits and I would have defended myself. I told him stay off my property. And the thing is like you can be concealed now in DC. You can actually have a pistol that sits in your house that the police know about. You have to have it registered through and through. Dude, I really felt like my life was being threatened. And I was thinking about shooting him, and like I told you, I had to let him know that I will shoot him the next time he does that. I'm not even gonna fight. I'm just gonna pull out and shoot him. And I've been working on getting my concealances and getting my record straight and all these things so that I could be legal if I have to defend myself. So I'm not registered just yet, family, just to be put out there. Don't try me be an honorable man or whatever. But I know you niggas ain't honorable. But still, like, I don't bother nobody. I stay in my own world. I do my own thing. I deal with women that deal with me, and I keep it pushing. Like, I don't bother nobody. I really don't. And for people to bother me, especially the way I was bothered today, family, I hope I pass the test because I've been asking God to just make me brave and courageous, like to just let me do what I have to do, you know, because I'm always trying to be a good person, and I just need to be fighting people if they do that to me. And I did. I came at this dude. He just happened to be a federal police officer. He wasn't on duty. He did not have his uniform on. He did not have any badges present or anything like that. I just know that because we have talked in the past because nosy ass neighbors. Family, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I don't got nothing nice to say about a lot of folks. A lot. And if they ever want to debate and get on my platform and not hide and try to get on some other platform and talk about me or whatever, and if they ever want to just do it directly, we could do that and I'll dispel a lot of stuff. And we can get these views and everybody can get paid at the same time. Make it a benefit, but that's business. But like, family, I'm gonna protect myself from now on. Family, I am. That's it. And part of me protecting myself is just leaving people alone that I think that ain't good for me. Straight up. If you ain't never had my back or my best intentions, if you done some shit to me, if I ever feel like low key you ever tried to snake me in any kind of form, kind of way, if you ever intervened, if I ever feel like you ever intervened in anything or try to slow me down in anything, especially when it comes to women, because I don't fight over women, I don't bother people's wives or girlfriends. I don't be trying to steal them or nothing like that. So, family, I'm gonna protect myself. I've already know. I let people know. I let the police know. My elder knows that. My elders know, and they agree with me. Like, if I have to, then I need to do what's necessary. Thank God, the Most High, that it wasn't necessary, and thank God for letting me be ready to fight this man, regardless of his stature, of his not only his stature but his profession. I really didn't want to do what I had to do, which is basically let him know I had to put my hands on him, let him know I'm not playing. And I got in my stance. I was ready, family. I don't mean to smile like that, but I was ready. You know what I mean? I was gonna do what I needed to do. I was gonna sidestep his big ass. That was the first thing. You don't know which direction I was gonna go, but you know, I know a couple things to deal with big niggas, so I was gonna do what I knew. And he tried to jump at me because I jumped at his ass first before I put my hands on him to see where he was at. And then I did that, and then he jumped at me, but I didn't move. I didn't blink. I was ready. I was at peace in my heart too. That's how you know the Lord is with me because I was ready. I was at peace in my heart. I wasn't thinking about nothing but just defending myself how I had to. Family, I just ask for your forgiveness, but I also ask for God's forgiveness right now because as we go through tests and challenges in this world, and this is an intense world, cops are effed up creatures these days. Um, Family, I just thank God for being there and allowing me to be brave and courageous when I need to be. And I thank you all for support that you do, those that really do support me and have my back. I know who you are. And I hate that. And I really do mean my community, whether they light skin, dark skin, it doesn't matter. Black people have an issue with me that I cannot solve. This colorism issue, or you just mad at that I got the sauce, the juice, and I don't bother nobody. I don't need help. The Lord of hosts has taught me how to sustain myself. And I thank God for making me a fisherman of man and not catching fish for me, even though it's hard sometimes and we have to go through that. Yeah, family. This is a little troubling for me. And I I feel like even the whole car being taken, all that is surrounded by this whole fight situation. You know what I mean? Which I tried to conceal the matter and let it go. You know what I mean? Not really just because I lost. I hate saying that. I'm not ashamed though. I have super peace in my heart, and like I know that I'll defend myself when necessary. I'm gonna try to avoid it because that's what grown men do. But when it comes down to situations like that, like if my daughter was with me, mm-mm, I would have had to do something for real because you can't do that. And I would have been, and I gotta really, and that's let me tell you, like me and my daughter's mom, I appreciate her. We've been through a long history, and but I appreciate her because she holds me down when I need to be held down. I do my best to do the same for her sometimes because she's very mean. Um, but yeah, family, the, we figured some other things out after these situations happen because we are not gonna put my daughter in jeopardy at all. Just part of protecting a woman is just removing her from the situation. We don't even have to fight, just removing her from the situation. But after I told him don't come on my property, and he still came and he was waiting for me at my door in my car. If my daughter was with me, no, 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 no. And I think most men out there would understand where I'm coming from, as a man, as far as defense, and you're not even bothering nobody for real. Um, Family, I just had to put this out here. I was gonna do a live and all that, but I'm not on social media right now because, like I said, I'm really trying to finish my album, my project. I'm really trying to learn Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop and master it. Um, I'm really trying to get some more RAM and another USB hard drive. I really need a better computer. This computer does can't handle the things that I'm trying to do, but I'm making it work. I'm focused on my craft. I'm focused on my daughter. I'm doing what God wants me to do and studying the Lord, putting Him first in all things. It's not like you can exactly call him. Well, you can. I should have just called on the Lord and got to reckon with Him, right? But I could have, but in those times you kind of just got to get at it. But yeah, family, I don't want to leave you with such a sad story because I'm okay. Not only physically, but I'm okay internally. Like I know I didn't do anything wrong. Um, I defended myself. That's how I felt. And I talked to police about what I did because I did touch a federal officer, even though he was off duty at his house. Um, I would say that it was on. He was on his property, but he wasn't. Kind of, it was because our property lines they can blur because there's alleys. So I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, family, I apologize to y'all. I'm not gonna apologize to this dude because he knows what he did was wrong, and he really don't like me. He don't, and he never really did, and that's really why that's why I distanced myself because I recognize that he didn't like me, and so why am I hanging around dogs that you know what I mean that don't appreciate shit? The Bible says that don't give your jewels to pigs and dogs that's gonna trample over it. I'm just done with certain folks, man, because for certain folks really aren't grown-ups. I'm more grown up than them. I'm really more grown up than a lot of these folks. You know what I'm saying? And that probably comes through college from the different leadership things I was doing, but you know what I mean? I just take accountability. I did, and I'm responsible and I'm consistent, reliable. Uh, um, yeah, I mean, it did trouble me though, because I'm up here talking about it. But that's just some of the things I've been going through, you know what I mean? But the Lord is good because there's things called the book of Job, the book of Esther, Ecclesiastes, okay? There's three books of wisdom. I can only think of the two Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. There's a third one. Oh, on Job, in the book of Job. But it don't phase me though, because this I've been dealing with this type stuff since I was little. Like men just being upset with me, like not even men, but mostly black men challenging me and stuff like that. I've been dealing with that since grade school, since I was little. And my so-called parents been calling police on me since I was little. So, I'm just used to a lot of these things. A lot of people don't know that, I went through a lot of different types of abuses. Not sexual abuse, but just different types of abuses. And a lot of people did growing up. I don't want to seem victimized. I felt like that for a long time. I had to heal through that. But, these things just happen. And so I'm just used to them now. I just kind of just know, like, it doesn't bother me because I've been dealing with it since grade school. I've had to just ignore people, walk away. And you always get looked at as not the tough guy, right? Women don't like that. They want to see you fight. And that's cool. Whatever. I say the thing about women is, and this young lady from the 7-5 told me, guys, because she got so much wisdom. She told me about experience she had where a dude tried to, I guess, mess with them, her homegirl, and her homegirl's dude stood up for them or whatever, and was ready to, and the dude shot him dead for trying to protect his woman. And all women do, they still alive. They just go get another dude, and you gone. I'm only fighting for a woman if she's in danger, imminent danger that she didn't cause on herself. Even still, if that's my wife, I'm gonna fight for her if she wrong. But we're gonna talk about it. But if you're in imminent danger, we fight. If we need to fight to save people's lives, we're fighting. That's what I was taught. Like, that's why you fight, to save your life, to defend if you need to, but even still you defend, and to save women's lives, children's lives, other men's lives. You fight for that. That's the type of stuff you fight for. With other shit, out the window, walk away. It's just distractions. Frankly, this, even though it was a distraction, it still works in because it's content for me. But family, that was the conclusion of my day, and now I'm doing this podcast, and I feel great. I feel inspired. I'm tired because I just came from the pool with the kids, and yeah, I'm just I don't even know what was going through that dude's mind, and that's really why I really felt like I had to defend myself, because I don't know what time he on. He keep pursuing me, and I accept it, and I'm not gonna do nothing else about it. I'm not call his captain, none of that. I didn't say nothing to the police. I just had asked him advice because I touched a federal officer, but he threatened me. He wasn't in his uniform or nothing. He wasn't on duty or nothing like that. He's chilling at the house, but still, like, that stuff it's just scary stuff when you think about it. Like, because you're trying to do stuff and you don't want no intervention. But the closer I get to God, the closer I get to perfecting my music, the closer I get to doing my podcast more consistently, the better father I become, the more interactions I'm gonna have with these types of things. So I understand that, and I'm ready for it. And I truly do miss my ex, and so I'm not dating anymore. I'm not waiting for her. She's probably moved on, but I'm just chilling. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm controlling myself. I recently was dating a young lady recently, um, like real recent, and I'm not going through abuse. I'm not going through any mental abuse from nobody, especially not no woman that wants me to acquire her. None. And I'm not chasing after no woman I never have. I never will. Now, if you looking for me, I'm gonna look for you. And if we're looking for each other, then there's no chasing because we're both looking. Nobody's chasing. But I'm not chasing because fellas out there already know, and real players know. You chasing a woman, she cold giving that joint to somebody else. She giving somebody else's attention. She giving somebody else that thing, but you chasing her. And no, not I don't do the chasing. So as she's pursuing me now, after we've cut off our relationship, kind of we've cut back. I'm just like, no, we can be friends from a distance. We're cool. I'll pick up my phone. We can text, whatever. But um, I'm good where I'm at. I'm waiting for what God has for me when He has it for me, on His timing. Glory be to God. I'm chilling. I'm working on the work. I'm trying to stay safe. Obviously, family. I'm sorry for reclining like that, but yeah, I'm doing my best to stay safe. I mean, I don't know what niggas want me to do. I guess they just want me to bust their ass, or they want me to shoot at them and stuff. And it's just like, yo, I don't want to do any of that stuff. But like, if you keep acting this way, I might actually have to defend myself, yo. Just tired of it. I'm tired of it. But I'm good though, because we all go through stuff, and like I say, he shouldn't have kept pursuing me. I told him to stay off my property. He threatened me multiple times. It was enough. It was enough. And people are jealous of me, man, and envious, and I'm just like, look, just leave me alone, cause I don't want to bother nobody. I live my life. I don't even got to hang around certain colors. I don't have to hang around certain social classes. Like, I really just do my own thing. Like, I have been doing my own thing since I was a kid. Like, I just go outside and just play and travel around and venture around and have different friends that I used to communicate with. Like, and I'm still like that to this day. Like, I just really just go outside and just do my thing. Like, I don't really need anybody but God, really. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, real men are solitary dudes, yo. We build on ourselves and our crafts, yo. You know what I mean? And until God presents us with that wife, you know what I mean? We build crafts and we build things and we stay focused. That's what real men do. And I'm in control of my emotions, I was just look slow to wrath when I shouldn't have been, really. And then I had to get to wrath. I mean, even if I had my lady, when I get my lady, if something like that was happening, I'm gonna have to protect her. And like, we didn't even get out the car to go in the house. You know how we might stop fucking with you to try to attack, try to get at your lady, like, and I might not be able to get to her in time unless I have protection. Is that correct? I just want to make sure my woman is protected, like, and my child and my dog, and so I'm just gonna have to take the next steps. But family, I'm still gonna consult with the Lord, the Most High, who's my ultimate protector, um, the most mighty, the mightiest of all. I'm tuning out, family. 70 minutes in. We're gonna play some vibes to get out of here because we can't just drain you with this experience. Okay. Um, we're gonna run it, run it, run it, run it, run it, run it, run it. No, we're gonna run it, run it, run it. No, we gonna run it, run it, run it. I know they wanna run it, but they can't not run it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what I do. I be in the house with this and here rapping. It's fun. You already know who it is, man. It's Lifestyle, Child of God, obviously. It's vice versa. Is it vice versa? You tell me. We're gonna get into it. We just building up the content. We pushing forward heavy. And yeah, it's West Side shit. That means we against your shit, nigga. We on the other side of that nigga them and all that craziness. We children of God over here. We doing what the Lord asked us to do. You hear me? And peace out. Y'all have a good day, man. I know they hate to say. I know they hate this face. I know they hate to say it. I know they hate the man. But I'm heavy on demand and I'm doing my own thing. And I'm successful in that. And yeah, 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 yeah. I know they hate the face and I know they hate the man, but I'm still pushing the mans and me. Wait till you hear some of this music I'm making. I mean, I'm excited. I'm telling you, this is what I was made for. I love this. And we out. Peace. I love y'all. One. Go.